Channel. She could be a man or a woman. I don't know. All right, but we are live. We're about to get it started. I'm super excited for today's live. I'm super excited for today's live. Hold on. Hold on. Just mute this. What is happening? One second, guys. I'm gonna have to mute this real quick before I get started. This is gonna bother me. This is gonna bother me. This is gonna bother me. Hopefully, okay. What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope I didn't just mess up Instagram. I think I did, but that's okay. So we are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. We might be live on Instagram. I don't know, but we are definitely live on YouTube, which is where y'all should be at. So as you guys are coming in, let me know in the chat, y'all. What is your 2026 goal? Can we talk about our goals real quick? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be business. It doesn't have to be business is what I'm going to say. I don't want y'all to assume that I just want to hear about y'all business goals. But what are your goals for 2026? Do we have any exciting 2026 goals? So my 2026 goal is very competitive. And my word for 2026 is liberation. So I feel like I am literally coming out of like just having my head down for 2025 and just being a little bit more quiet, a little bit more calm. If you've been following me for a very long time, like 5+ years, like, you know, I'm not quiet and calm, but I've been quiet and calm for the past 2 years or so. So this year, I have some really competitive goals. I have really competitive goals this year. And one of the things that I'm so focused on right now is turning 40. Oh my God. I'm turning 40 next month, y'all. And I'm doing a bomb sale too. So just stay tuned to that whole nother conversation. But definitely, if you're not on my email list, type me in the comments like your email so I can put you on the email list. Because y'all, I'm cooking up something crazy for my birthday. My 40th birthday is about to be wild. It's about to be wild. But anyway, I'm super excited to be going live today. So y'all, how come no one's dropping their 2026 goals? Y'all don't have goals this year? What is y'all 2026 goals this year? It doesn't have to be a business goal. It could be personal. I have so many different goals. I mean, one of my goals right now for the next 30 days is to make sure I got these abs by the time I hit 40, which is wild. I can't believe I'm turning 40, y'all. I'm so excited about it though. I'm so excited about it. So drop y'all goals in the chat. What are y'all goals for 2026? What are y'all goals for 2026? Drop it in the chat. And if you are catching me for the first time, I feel like there's a lot of new people on. Welcome. I am Janice, the Retail Genius. I talk about all things beauty supply, all things single mom, all things mompreneur, all things Jesus. This is just a page where I'm going to just be talking about more things outside of beauty supply because my world is just not, it's just not beauty supply. So I talk about many things. I wear many hats. And so I feel like this year I'll probably just be sharing more holistic content on these pages, especially on my YouTube. So if y'all not following my YouTube, y'all definitely want to follow the YouTube, because I'm going to be dropping videos and definitely getting a little bit more intentional about my YouTube. So Ryan is getting into the reps for football. Shouts out to you, Ryan. Let's make it happen in 2026. So we're gonna get started, y'all, because I do have some amazing things to share with you. This is my first live of the year. So I'm really, really excited. And if you are watching this and you have been thinking about opening your own beauty supply store, and you've kind of been on the sidelines and you've been praying and you've been planning and you've been watching all my stuff and preparing, this live is going to be for you. So definitely stick around to the very end. Okay. So I know for many of you, like I started off with share my experience of how I have been for the past year or so. And it's just, I feel like it's been a bit chaotic. It's been tough. Like some of you probably feel like me, it's kind of like you've been in survival mode and you kind of want to break out of that for 2026. Like, y'all, if you feel like that, then this is going to be our year. Like, this is the year we literally step out of survival mode, out of being chaotic, out of just letting life happen to us. And we just do things a bit differently this year. So this is not going to be the year for y'all to keep watching all these videos and consuming content and just writing things down and plan. Like, this is the year of execution. This is a year of execution. This is a year that we actually get some things done that have been on our vision board. And if you have been following me, you know I've been doing this for years. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm still literally the only consistent one in this game. And so when it comes to opening stores, like, I got you. So I want to talk really quickly about what I'm seeing this year in this industry. The people who want to open a store this year, what you should be thinking about and how you should be planning and moving with intention. And if, you know, opening a store has been on your heart, even if it's been quiet, this live is literally going to be your confirmation to move forward, to execute, and to stop putting it off. Okay. So I want to give you guys, I did a training last month about just my predictions for 2026, a little bit of strategy, but it was just all about how I see this industry going. And once again, I've been in this industry since 2010, y'all. I opened my first store, Fabulous Freddy's, here in Queens, New York, during the mortgage crisis. It was one of the worst economies of our time. People were literally looking for gas. There was no gas in the gas stations, y'all. So it was way worse than what y'all think it is right now. It was way, way worse. And I opened a beauty supply store during that economy. I did very, very well. Had stores for over 8 years and literally retired my stores, moved on to consulting and coaching in the beauty supply industry. And still, you know, during bad times, COVID, we had all the things happen since I've been coaching and consulting, y'all. And we still continue to open stores no matter what kind of economy we are in. Okay. So I just want to give y'all perspective for the new people in the building. I've been doing this for 15 years, 15. I know I look 15, but I've been doing this for 15 years, y'all. And we have open stores in every single economy that you can imagine, including a pandemic. Okay. It's been crazy. So here's what I have seen, and here's what I continue to share with you guys. That number one, this industry continues to become more sophisticated. So as we continue to have more beauty supply stores and more Black-owned beauty supply stores, our consumers, which primarily are Black women, are becoming more sophisticated and they're spending more money, like top dollar. We no longer want a lackluster experience, but we want an experience that we deserve, and we are willing to pay a premium price for it, right? So it's no longer about selling all the things and having these big old warehouse beauty supply stores, right? It's really about curating an experience. Like we are looking for experience. We're looking for systems and stores that have technology in it. And we're looking for real customer service. Again, we have been used to these Asian owned, Arab owned stores for the past 3-4 decades. And Black women are now wanting and demanding more. Okay, that's number one. Funding is very important because historically we have been told in our communities, especially the Black community, that we have to spend our own money to open businesses. We have to scrape up everything we have. We have to use all of our savings. We have to liquidate our 401ks. And when we do that, we open smaller stores with less inventory, and we're not able to compete on the level as the Asian owned, Arab owned stores. So funding is going to be something that's going to continue to become a conversation. And that's very, very important. And this is exactly one of the first pieces in my programs is getting to the funding. I don't ever really suggest, unless you really got it like that, that you self-fund your beauty supply store, because again, you are going to come up under budget, under inventoried, and you're not going to be able to compete on the level of our Asian owned, Arab owned stores. So we have been seeing and working with way more lenders. We have way more programs. This is another thing that I continue to work on very hard in my programs, even though we're not a funding company, we're not a bank, we're not credit repair, we're nothing like that, right? So when y'all come to me, y'all better come with your credit together, meaning it's a minimum of 620, and the income minimum of $40,000 to be able to qualify for these programs. I'm very clear on that. And I am going to be sharing that more as I'm doing more content, like the importance of you having certain criteria in order to meet the funding requirements. But we want to get people funding for the stores. We want to get you guys funded for your stores. So that is another thing that's going to be really, really important for you guys to understand this year, right? So that means you have to personally prepare yourself. I'm sharing this with you guys because some of you have the aspiration, right? And you've, like I said, you've probably watched all my videos, you've taken out the notes, you've done a lot of my trainings, but you haven't prepared with your credit and income. We need to get out of 500 credit scores, and you need to get above 620 if you want to be able to qualify for funding. Now, like I'll say again, if you got it like that and you don't need funding and you want to self-fund because you got some type of lawsuit, settlement, you got retirement, you got inheritance, or whatever the case is, specifically for you to start a business, that's all good. You can give me a call. But if that is not your case, which that it's not the case for like 90% of y'all, you have a 9-to-5, you're trying to get out that 9-to-5, or you may be a doctor, lawyer, real estate investor, and you want to park your money into another business, but you know you don't want to do real estate, and you know you don't also want to start something by yourself from the ground up where you're doing a lot of work and it's taking a lot of time. And so you come and you hire me and my team to open a beauty supply store for you. This is for you. Like, we are for you, right? That's what we're looking for, right? The third observation is that smaller stores that are niche stores, so not necessarily smaller, but niche stores are outperforming the big chaotic warehouse stores that I just mentioned. So people that are winning in this industry have focused inventory, they have clear niches, and they have a very intentional layout of their store. So we're not creating huge, big spaces with all these random products in it. We see that in the industry right now, the Arabs are coming through and they coming heavy. The Arabs are coming through and they're coming heavy, and they are doing a notch better than the Asians, and where they're doing more customer service. They're doing a little bit more of experience. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, guys, there's this one young looking Arab guy who has a lot of content out there on the beauty supply business, and he talks in his native tongue about speaking to the Arabs, of course, the same way the Koreans have done. They put out stuff in magazines and it was only in Korean, so the Black people couldn't understand, or non-Korean people couldn't understand. This Arab guy, he's doing the same thing. He puts out content, but it's on social media, and he's speaking his native tongue so that obviously only his Arab brothers and sisters can understand, and Black people don't get it. So we have to recognize and realize at some point that we got to get it together. And the only way we can get it together is if we have our funding together. Okay. So let me get back to what I've been talking about. I just want to let y'all know that y'all think the Asians are a problem. The Arabs are taking over the Asian-owned stores, and they're literally telling all of their Arabs, brothers and sisters, like, this is an industry that you guys need to invest in, and the Black people spend. The blacks have, that's what they call it. The blacks spend, and y'all need to get into this industry. Y'all need to get y'all money together. Y'all need to come into this industry and open these stores. So, the fourth thing I want to share with you guys is the educational part. This is where we as Black people win, because ain't nobody that's not Black going to really educate me on my Black hair. I'm really not going to take y'all serious if you don't have Black hair to educate me on Black hair. This is where we win. This is where Fabulous Freddy's, my store, won when we first came out, is that we were literally educating, and we did a lot of educational workshop. We did a lot of education on social media. And this, I'm talking about 15 years ago, y'all. Before YouTube and video was a thing, we was educating people. And I didn't really care that it wasn't popular to do video clips, but I was doing video clips and shorts way before this was a thing. Masa was way before its time. I say it all the time, guys, way before its time. And so what I was doing 15 years ago, people are just now they're starting to do it now. So you guys need to get really, really acclimated with educating people and really putting yourselves out there on social media. I know everyone hates it, but it's a part of the job. So sorry. But when you decide to come into retail or any business for that, there's no business out there that doesn't rely on social media. I can't think of one. Every business relies on it, and retail business heavily, heavily, heavily relies on it. Okay. So with all that being said, y'all, I am hosting the first training of 2026, my first official training of 2026, where I'm going to deep dive into all of this. So we're going to talk about all the strategies. We're going to talk about all the ways to get funding, how to prepare, and some new strategies to open your store in 2026. So it is my first training, y'all. So it's going to be lit. You already know it's about to be lit. And it is free, $99. It is free. So go ahead and click that link so you can register. And once you click that link and register, come back to the chat and say registered in the chat. Once you click that link and register for the training, come back and say drop registered in the chat, so that I can know that you registered. Okay, so don't just leave and come back to the chat, y'all. But in this training, y'all, which is happening next Monday at 7 p.m., I am going to be breaking down what opening a store in 2026 is really going to look like. I'm going to be talking about new strategies people need to be thinking about before you even spend $1 on this business, how you should be approaching funding, different store concepts, and technology, AI, using AI in your business, using technology, how to work smarter, not harder, how to literally not make the same mistakes that me and others have made, okay? And how to know if this is the business for you. How to know if you should really move forward. That's another big question that we should ask ourselves. So this training is for you if you are in the research and development phase. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need clarity. Okay. So like I said, y'all, this training is happening. If you've even thought about it, if this has just been a thought in your head, right? You want to come to register this training. It costs nothing to show up, but it's going to be everything if this is really for you, to actually give you that extra push to move forward this year. Because y'all, like I said, we still have amazing, amazing, huge mission and goal of opening 100 Black-owned beauty supply stores within a calendar year. And so I am fired up this year. I am ready to literally take it to the next level. I have an amazing new team that I am putting together to literally assist with this. So I'm just really excited about this year. I'm excited for what is coming. And I'm excited to take this walk with y'all. Period. Okay, so we are ready, guys. I'm super excited. And the link is there. I'll drop it one more time. Okay. And if you're watching a replay, go ahead and register and type in registered in the chat if you're watching the replay. I'm out, y'all. Have a good day. And I will see you guys Monday on the training. Yep. Monday at 7 p.m., y'all. Love you guys. Bye.